It is absolutely imperative that you understand you are not your thoughts or emotions. And unless you become aware of this, you live your whole life being controlled by your own thoughts and by your own emotions. As Carl Jung famously said, unless you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. And one thing I realize as of late is that so many young adults, so many teenagers are lost in life. And that's partly due to social media and due to the digitalization of a lot of things. Our mental health has obviously become worse as a generation. There's no doubt about that. But one pattern I started to realize is that a lot of people nowadays are very ego-driven, very driven by emotion, very driven by their thoughts. They're very, how do I say this? Shallow, in the sense that their biggest life decisions are usually made for very shallow purposes. And I believe most of this is due to a lack of awareness that you are not your thoughts and emotions. And the thing is, I make this video now as a 20-year-old. I was very, very lucky to be able to find this out about myself at, I guess you could say, a young age. And now I want to share that awareness onto you. You need to realize your thoughts, your emotions, they don't dictate who you are. You are a completely separate consciousness. You're a separate being. And one of the easiest ways to die with regrets, to live an unfulfilling life, to have wasted your time on this earth, just start making big life decisions based on your thoughts and your emotions. Always act on impulse, always act irrationally, and always prioritize your ego over everything. Get revenge. Prove those people wrong. Do it for the status. Do it so that your friends no longer judge you. And I believe this is one of the biggest traps in the younger generation. And I say that as someone from the younger generation. If you don't want all the bad things that I've just listed out to happen to you, all you need to do is separate the unconscious and the conscious. Every big life decision should be made with the conscious in mind. And I know that sounds a little bit trippy, but what I'm saying is, don't let your thoughts and emotions influence your big life decisions, right? That's one. Two, don't let your thoughts define who you are. Don't let your emotions define who you are. And three, just because you have this passing thought that you may be a failure, you may be this, you may be that, whatever negative connotation, whatever negative thought or limiting belief you have, it's not the truth. But so many people believe it to be true, and that's the problem. I really hope you're understanding what I'm saying here, because if you're able to truly understand and apply what I'm saying to your life, I'm telling you with 100% certainty your life will completely change. And I'm not trying to be cliche, I'm not trying to be motivational. I'm just telling you what worked for me. Because again, I'm just a 20-year-old, right? Going through life. We all have our own individual experiences, right? And I feel like what worked for me should work for you. So I just want to remind you that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. You are you, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.